What's going on? We're out here at the range today. We're going to be doing some more ammo tests. Not 308. Today we're going to be testing 5.56. What I've got here is my AR-15. We've got a 20-inch barrel. The ammo that we're going to be testing today is what we've already got loaded up is some 55 grain V-Max. We've got some 69 grain HollowPoint Boattail. This is stuff that I loaded up myself. We've got some of the 77 grain HollowPoint Boattail as well. And then we're also going to test a box of range ammo, so it's 55 grain FMJ. So we've got our targets set up already. We're going to do some groups with each of these and test them out and see what we come up with. All right. So first one we're going to be testing is 55 grain V-Max. So we've got some of these loaded up. We're going to shoot a couple groups. We'll switch it up and we'll go take a look. All right, we're gonna do another group, aiming for center mass. So if you look up here, our first group is some of these. I can't tell you, we shot 5, so it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be this one right there. It's kind of hard to tell, but I saw this one clip the top of the paper. So then coming on down, we lowered it, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that right there. All right, we're heading back out to test our next round. The next one we'll do is the 69 grain HollowPoint Boattail, and like the 69 grain, I don't know if I mentioned the 55 grain V-Max. Those are ones that we loaded up as well. So that's not store-bought, that's stuff that we loaded. I'll go back, and if you guys want to know what the load was that we used for that, comment below and I can go back and see which recipe that was. All right, next up here we have 69 grain HollowPoint Boattails. We'll throw a couple groups up here and see what we get. Mag popped out. All right, next up is actually going to be Federal American Eagle 55 grain FMJ. That's what we got right here. We're going to shoot a couple groups of this. One more group. All right, and last up for the day is going to be PMC 223. This is FMJ Boattail. We'll load up a couple of these and we'll send some downrange. All right, so I'm on my way down here to the targets to set this camera up. Had a little change in plans today. I mentioned we were going to test out the 77 grain. That was actually the one that I was looking forward to the most to test. The stuff we loaded up today, I forgot to put a crimp on it, so I noticed when we chambered it, we pushed the bullet into the case. Don't want to do that, so we're going to go back, address that, crimp those, and then we'll be able to come back out and test those another day. As far as what we got so far, so this right here was our 69 grain, so it's actually quite a bit bigger group than what I want with that. We brought it up top, and I think this box is like 3 inches by 4 inches. So not terrible, but still not what we want with that. So we'll bring that back out and we'll test that when we come test out the 77 grain. So then right here, this is the American Eagle 55 grain FMJ. So we've got our group of 5 right here, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up there. So last but not least, we'll go ahead and test out the PMC 55 grain FMJ. Alrighty, so that was the 55 grain PMC. That one surprised me. So both groups, we have one straggler that got away. This one we have a 4-shot group that is like a 1/2 inch or smaller, and then up here we have another 4-shot group that is a 1/2 inch or smaller. So yeah, we've got the one that got away on both of those. I'm very impressed with that. I did not expect that. Alrighty, so what we're doing is we're going back down to the targets. I told you all we were going to wait on that 77 grain. What we did is we just loaded each one into the chamber without the mag, so we prevented the bullet from being pushed back in. And we just fired them one at a time. That way I could get a group for you guys. You can kind of test that with the other ones. So the first target that we shot today was that 55 grain V-Max. And as you saw, we were a little high, and with that being a lighter bullet, so we have that head box that was still clear. So we went ahead and shot that head box with the 77 grain. So we'll get up here and we'll take a look at these. Alrighty, so what we got here is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got a, let's see, from there to there, that's about 2-inch group for the whole thing. Take out the bad guy and we're still about 1 inch. It looks a lot bigger. These are really small targets. These are not your standard size head boxes. All right, so we're finished shooting today. I've got all the measurements measured up. I want to kind of just go over the results we got real quick. So starting today, we did the 55 grain V-Max. So we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots right there. You'll see this one down here. This is at the end. We did a test shot with that 77 grain to make sure that it did not blow up. I did not. We were aiming here, we hit right there. Once we did that, we did 5 shots up here at the end. So this is our 77 grain HollowPoint Boattail. So with our best 4 shots, we've got a 1-inch group. And then if you throw in this guy, that's a 2-inch group that we got measured. So the V-Maxes that we did, our smallest 4-shot group was 0.80 inches, with the straggler bringing it to 1.8 inches. So that's what we got on that. Next we moved, sorry, I went the wrong way. Because next we shot the 69 grain HollowPoint Boattail. So what we got with that one is we got 2 groups, and these were definitely bigger than I would have liked. So we may readdress, we might test this again, or we might load up some different ammo, load up some different powders and see what we come up with there. But we've got a group up here up top. The 2 longest shots were at about 2.75 inches, and then exactly the same on the bottom. Our longest shots are 2.75 inches. You know, we had 3 good ones right there. Just not as consistent as I would have liked for that. Next we had American Eagle 55 grain. So up here, these 5 shots, we have a 3-inch group up top, and then in the center box we have a 2.5 inch from the 2 longest ones, which is, you know, more what I would expect from that. That's a FMJ, that's your typical range ammo. It's moving on from there was the surprise of the day, at least to me. With our 4 best shots right here, we had a 1/2 inch group, and again, we're at 100 yards. So I was very, very impressed with that, with our straggler being 1.75 inches. And then up top we had, actually, it was a 0.375 inch group, so that was very, very small, with our straggler bringing it to 1.85. All right, so again, the surprise of the day and the winner was this PMC Bronze 223 55 grain FMJ Boattail. I was very impressed with it. So if you guys like this type of content, let me know in the comments. If there's other stuff you want to see us do, let us know that as well. If you can, take a second, like and subscribe, and hopefully we can bring you guys more content. Thank you.